get together, the still things that we're going to most of the time that the league that was there, this call is to say, I'm going to tell you something from what you thought about. It was other confidence that was occurring during that convention. Someone left the convention and going back to 7,000 years, traveling from one region and setting fire to different countries. This is very clearly similar to what happened with the war. This committee seemed like there's something in the order that has happened in the Pacific. This is not a big surprise. It's reading the story. I feel like it's huge information from what's been going on for what I've been. Feel like you and make you certain. Feel like identify with the problem down now. Feel that there's other someone to focus on this to not really connect to the thing. But yeah, women, for a rich to me, you're kind of it's not good. Basically, you want to do the first. You do. The people get and 10 people have attended both conferences. And their names, the name of the five, some of these very significant. You look at the months that the gift of the religion, but I think the things that going is the spirit the young man in the same time, and in the $5 it's something that don't seem to work. Maybe this will never be fast. Darkness was the man on the loose, and he had no intention of stopping. Okay.
Okay. Another section.
Other universities didn't fit into my life.
They said I have to quit my job for this.
He said it would take me 4 years to graduate. They said I have to take tests when they tell me to. They said my degree would cost a fortune. But I didn't have to listen to them because I had a university that listened to me.
Have fun your time. Wasted on your time. Graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You. The perfect morning. Calls for the perfect, ridiculously craveable pairing. Jimmy Dean Brittle Cake. Your family's pancakey, sausagey, brittle cakey, sweet and savory favorite.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our broadcast with a twist on tonight's game. It'll count towards the NBA Cup. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines. A chance here to rank the top rookies in the NBA. The race for the Rookie of the Year. How about these guys? Oh, what a group. You look at Sarr. As soon as the season started, he started impacting games with his play. That's rare to see from a rookie, and that's why he's number 4 for us.
And he has had a dynamic start to his first season of NBA basketball. He might not be at the top of that list, but he has been great all the same.
Yeah, not at the top yet, but room to grow for sure. Don't be surprised to see him climb those rankings.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. MP out there with Holiday, and it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Wizards, Poole and Kisper to the guard set. Saddiq Bey is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Valanciunas in at the 5 spot. Here we are, Stan, beginning of the season. Certainly what has stood out to you so far in these early days?
Well, Kevin, there's certain guys around the league you can already see who have worked hard and made improvements to their game in the offseason. Now they're just going to have to be able to sustain those improvements and make adjustments when defenses start to figure them out.
And that's the rub, isn't it? That's the tough part of this whole thing.
Adjustments never stop. They go back and forth and back and forth.
Here's Poole. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Valanciunas sets a screen for Kuzma. 5 to shoot. And Boston with the rebound. Wizards beat them last time when these two teams met in Washington.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
Now, here's Kuzma. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. And it's off from three-point range.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
To the inside, Holiday. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
Poole against MP. Fires from deep. And Poole gets it to go. Poole's got 5.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Pass to Holiday. Back to MP. Plays it up off the glass.
Well, the way MP runs screen and roll, you think he's been in this league for over a decade.
Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
And so it's Boston with it, following the three-pointer by Washington. Here's MP. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, that's on the defense. How did they let MP get deep positioning like that?
Here's Poole. And he finishes nicely on the layup. He's got 10.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's MP. We saw him with 29 points last game. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in this game. Kispert, the pass to Kuzma. That one goes. Count it.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
And a wide open look for MP. Another miss by MP.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Poole against MP. Shoots the 3. And it's Jordan Poole with the 3. Poole's got 13 points.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Now, here's MP. Defended by Kispert. Hits the three-point bomb.
A taste of how competitive MP can be. He wanted to go right back at him.
Pass to Bey. Poole against MP. Now Kispert. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York. And Valanciunas kicks to Poole. Shot clock at 3. Comes up empty down low.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Porzingis can't hit. Wizards leading by 4. Kuzma passes to Poole. Unloads from 13. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 15 points in the game.
6 of 8 from the field, 75%. Just scoring the ball at will.
And here is MP. He's got 7. Left side, Brown. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists tonight. And so Poole will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. 3-point lead. They are coming into this having us to win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Al Horford is checked in for Boston. Celtics trail by 3. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Wizards?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Outside Holiday. Back to MP.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position. Well, he's been very reliable tonight, not wasting any chances, really using his head.
For the Wizards, Sar's checked in for Bay, and it's Koulibaly in for Kispert. Boston also with a sub. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Porzingis. Poole, the pass to Sar. And again, Washington, no good. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Outside Holiday. Off target with his 3.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Pass to Sar. Poole bounce pass. And Sar throws it down.
This is why you involve the big man Sar in pick and rolls. He understands how to take advantage.
Brogdon against MP. Baseline jumper. Rebounded by the Wizards. Valanciunas has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Pass to Poole. Here's Sar. He's covered by Brown. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Wizards making a switch here. Kuzma's checked in. And then for Boston, Tatum, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. And it's White in for Brown. Poole finds Valanciunas. Here's Kuzma. The Wizards with another miss.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Tatum passes to MP. .109 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to White. Back to MP. Outside White. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. Now Valanciunas hangs home the trifecta. And the Wizards lead by 3.
Yeah, from time to time, Valanciunas will hit you like this. He's not afraid to shoot from outside.
29 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Horford with the screen on Poole. Here's MP. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Washington leading now by 3. Brogdon kicks to Kuzma. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Kuzma's got his second basket of the night.
And proving once again that he has the touch from beyond. Kuzma effective at cashing in there.
And here's MP for he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Oh, man, that's like stealing 3 points. Big time finish to the quarter.
And so it's Jordan Poole making highlights for the win. And this has been a
In the late 1990s and going into 91, there was an epidemic of fires that are happening at retail.
fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how the Wizards are doing, guys, your thoughts?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Brogdon out there with Jordan Poole. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Now, here's Brogdon. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Knicks in New York.
It's been one of those nights for Poole. He is on a heater.
GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
MP finds White. And a miss there on the triple. Washington leading now by 5. Brogdon outside. Koulibaly with it. Nothing on the board. Here's the screen. Just his first attempt. That's good on the jump shot. And the Wizards lead by 7.
And you got to have a great understanding of your teammates in the pick and roll. Brogdon's in sync with everybody out there.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Kuzma kicks to Poole. There's the 3. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
MP outside. Holiday, a screen on Brogdon. Back to Holiday. Good.
Well, that's just fantastic awareness inside by Holiday. I like seeing him attack down there.
Pass to Koulibaly. Now, here's Kuzma. Valanciunas sets a screen for Kuzma. Over Tatum. He's off on that one. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Boston. Trailing here by 8. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Well, everyone has off nights. They just need to make sure that they bounce back strong.
Now Kuzma. After Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Back to Brogdon. Nice ball movement by Washington. Valanciunas passes to Brogdon. Valanciunas with a screen on Horford. And here's Brogdon from the arc. Rebound by Drew Holiday.
Yeah, they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
White, wide open, he fires, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Pass to Koulibaly. Looking for Kuzma, he gets it there. Brogdon outside. Al Horford with the rebound. Celtics trail by 6. And here is MP. Holiday, a screen on Brogdon. In the corner. Tatum with it. It's up a 3. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Tatum's got 5 points so far.
Watch out. Tatum's going to stretch the defense all over the place if he's knocking down threes from the corner.
Outside to Brogdon. Back to Poole. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Again, Brogdon missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Now here is Holiday, following the miss by Kyle Kuzma.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
A three-pointer is right on target. 5 points in the game.
And the confidence Brogdon has in himself, it's infectious. Skilled at recognizing when to let it go.
Here's MP. That shot missing. Nice D from Valanciunas.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Now, here's Kuzma. He's got 5. Brogdon outside. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Brown is checked in for Boston. And we're now around the midway point through the group stage games. So let's check out the NBA Cup standings.
Well, as you know, teams are randomly drawn to their groups based off their record from the previous season. And as you can tell, some of these groups are easier to navigate than others.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Poole on the wing, guarded by Holiday. And the shot goes down. And now it's a 9-point Wizards lead.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
Back to MP. Tatum setting the pick for MP to stop the run. Washington with the rebound. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Pass to Brogdon. Here's Koulibaly, and here is Poole, guarded by Holiday. They get the rebound. Now, here's Poole. 22 points for him. Now, here's Brogdon. Second chance shot. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Coach, on top of being an impactful player, Malcolm Brogdon has always been the consummate pro.
He sure has, Kevin. He fits in seamlessly wherever he goes. Works hard, puts the team first, and is willing to accept whatever role is given to him.
No coverage that time. Holiday's got 6.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
Here's Koulibaly. He's covered by Brown and stolen by MP. The kick out to Holiday. 1:37 left to play in the first half. Lets it go from deep. On a miss by Holiday.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Here's Koulibaly. Still scoreless. Valanciunas, good.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Now, here's MP. They trail by 9 points. 56 seconds left in the first half. The shot by Holiday, no good. And so Poole will bring it up for Washington. Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
And I like that Kuzma can go off 1 or 2 feet. It really allows him to attack the rim with ease.
Now, here's MP. He's got 17. For Boston, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. First one falls for him. Well, Coach, Boston has been so close to that 18th NBA championship banner, finally able to win the title last season.
Yeah, they've been to the conference finals 6 times in the last 8 years. Lost in the 2022 finals. They got over the top with 2 additions. Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. Those guys really helped. He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Love the selflessness. Tatum willing to give it up whenever he sees an open teammate.
So exciting.
They had a fingerprint. When they first found it, there was no match for the print. But investigators decided to test it again. And this time, they got a match. A phone call came in from the sheriff's lab. He said, "You got John Moore's fingerprints on it." It made no sense that his prints should be on a device from Bakersfield.
Holiday against Poole. Kuzma kicks to Poole. Brogdon outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And so that's the end of the first half. Wizards lead by 6. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
We are missing for the players. So this guy wants to have to. I apologize if y'all can hear me. I read a baby, but we're still not in here. So, so I don't have a camera. I'm not on the PS5. I have a camera. So I think it sucks. So we're using my headset mics. If you can't hear me, I apologize.
When I look at the Wizards, they didn't get the email I sent. Season has started, fellas. They look surprised they're getting whoopings. High hopes does not win games.
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Washington Wizards.
I like what they're doing.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Washington leading now by 6. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday out there with MP. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. And Poole gets it to go.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. The Wizards are trying to stay motivated with their rebuild. Kyle Kuzma says you have to change your approach a little bit. And it's like, what do you do it for? For me, it's about development every single day. Take care of your body, work hard, watch film, be studious, and find beauty in the struggle. Kevin?
And like you said, David, making it work every single day. Great approach. Now, MP. Following the miss by Kyle Kuzma from deep.
Oh, that's merciless. Kuzma plays with such competitive energy. Wasn't letting that shot get off.
Now, here's Poole. He's got 25. Here's Koulibaly. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday. Holiday's got his 6th rebound on the night. Brown finds MP. Tatum with a screen on Poole. And here's MP for 3.
So I got down there and discovered this magnetically applied device on the car.
When you identified the tracking device in his car, we figured, this is it. So how are we going to handle it? What's our tactic? Are we going to grab him? I mean, we've got to do something. The lucky for investigators, it didn't seem like he realized he was being tracked. He thought he had a bomb in his car. So he gets in the car and drives as fast as he can to a police range where they handle explosive devices. And while he's doing that, investigators call ahead.
Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Poole, the pass to Kuzma. Pass to Kispert. Knocks down the 3 ball. Kispert's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Celtics trail by 10. Now, MP. He's got 22. Takes the 3. MP showing the range.
That's a smart shot. I love seeing MP take the 3 in that situation.
And we've got a timeout call by Brian Keefe. He wants to talk to his guys. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And, Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader. But he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Wizards making a switch here. Dave's checked in. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. 17-foot shot on the way. And he can't bank that one in. And Holiday kicks to MP. Porzingis sets the pick for MP. Pass to Tatum. MP looking around. 4 on the clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. Misses the 3. And it's Bay with the ball for Washington. They've led by as many as 11 points. And here's Valanciunas. He has 5. Pass to Kuzma. Bay against MP. Valanciunas with a screen on MP. The shot's good from Bay.
Showing the range. How about Bay taking and making his fair share of those triples?
The 3 from MP. And MP answers with a triple of his own.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Kispert with it. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul. Celtics trail by 10. Now, here's MP. 28 points for him. Nice lead from Valanciunas.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Inside. It's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Rocking that rim. Jonas Valanciunas, the very big man to look
Here's MP. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Holiday, the pass to Brown. NP left side. Takes a three. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Back to Kuzma. Screened by Valanciunas. Kuzma with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
MP showing he's a force near the hoop.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Well, they've been hitting threes at
The free-to-play mobile slot game that everyone is playing coast to coast. Quick Hit Slot gives you all the fun and excitement of authentic Vegas slots. So if you love daily bonuses with endless spins and prizes, Quick Hit Slots and you are a winning combination. Download Quick Hit Slot for free and get a 6 million coin bonus. Make every day a winning day.
high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
Now, here's MP. He has 30. Shoots. Misses the jumper. Washington leading now by 10. Here's Kispert. Tries it again. And there's a nice layup by Kuzma. Kuzma's got 9 points.
And the intensity on the boards. Kuzma using the long arms to keep plays going.
Now, here's MP. Defended by Kispert. MP passes to Tatum. Shoots over Kuzma. Boston again missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
Hey, no good. Celtics trail by 12. MP outside. The kick out to Tatum. Here's the three. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Wizards have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And Holiday has it in the corner. Back to MP. The kick out to Holiday. Boston. Nope. Good that time either.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Porzingis with the steal. MP with it. Picked up by Poole. Tatum with a screen on Poole. And he gets the bucket. MP's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Koulibaly, he's checked in for the Wizards. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Kispert. Al Horford is checked in for Boston. Wizards leading by 10. Pass to Bay. Poole with it. Bay finds Koulibaly. And here is Poole. Just 5 on the clock. Brogdon with it. Covered by MP. The Wizards with another miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside, Horford. Back to MP. The kick out to Holiday. MP outside. Here's Porzingis. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And Brogdon has got the ball here for Washington. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Now that's how you finish off an alley-oop. Outstanding initiative by Porzingis there.
The Wizards with the lead. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Now, here's MP. He's got 32. Holiday, a screen on Brogdon. MP passes to Holiday. Poole with the steal. All alone. Trips down the breakaway slam.
And we know Poole has speed, and he uses it well to stay out ahead in transition.
And Holiday has it in the corner. Good, an attempt. P picking up the assist. MP's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Brogdon the pass to Valanciunas. Here's Poole. Knocked away. Back to Valanciunas. Second chance effort. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Valanciunas has got 4 points in the quarter. Celtics trail by 9. Holiday, the pass to MP. Back to Holiday. From downtown. Rebounded by the Wizards.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game. Doing the dirty work down low.
Here's Koulibaly. Hasn't made one yet.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Wizards shoot their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That free throw missing. The Celtics making a switch here. And he sinks the second. Here's Holiday. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to MP. There's the pick. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And so it's Washington with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've been playing some... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the...
or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar can lead to coma or death. Weight gain, increased cholesterol, unusual movement, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur. Keep moving forward.
Ball, and how about the perfect
perfect delivery.
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Jordan Poole. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Koulibaly in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Poole on the wing. Started by Hull.
What if I took on one of the hotels and you did the other? Two teams. We are going to beat Ryan. 100 days. And the best hotel wins 100-day hotel challenge special series finale. Tuesday night at 8 on HGTV. On Medicare? Have diabetes? When enjoying life's special moments, you love guessing which foods are right for you? With the Freestyle Libre 3 system, you'll know your glucose and where it's headed. No finger sticks needed. Freestyle Libre 3. Manage your diabetes with more confidence and lower your A1C so you can focus on those special moments. Covered by Medicare for more people managing diabetes with insulin. Talk to your provider or visit freestylelibre.us/Medicare.
You know what I love about Quick Hit Slots? It's the mobile slots game that gives you those authentic Vegas thrills. And it's free to play. You just can't beat it. And I'm only just before the big win. That's all the games you know and love. And best of all, the jackpot.
And Poole gets it to go.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's MP. MP finishes inside. You know, Greg, there was a bit of a rough patch with this team's chemistry not too long ago. That seems to have been put behind them now.
And I think MP stepped up and helped smooth the transition, right? That he empathized with where the fracture was coming from and made sure the team stayed on the same page. That's great leadership from the young star.
Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin. And it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier. But I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer. Come on. Players as tall as Porzingis, they aren't supposed to shoot it like that.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 24 rebounds. Celtics trail by 10. Holiday, the pass to MP. Tatum with the screen on Brogdon. Poked away. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. No good from outside. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Boston. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Washington leading now by 10. Brogdon the pass to Kuzma. Poole with no one around. Nailed from three-point land. Poole's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Pass to MP. Right side, Porzingis. Brogdon against MP. MP keeping his balance right there.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Now here's Valanciunas. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis. Stan, in a league of stretch bigs, Jonas Valanciunas is a true center.
He is, Kevin, and look, he'll occasionally take a three, but Jonas lives in the paint. He throws around that 265-pound frame. It's hard to defend him because we just don't see a lot of post players anymore.
Second free throw, no good.
The veteran big man Valanciunas continues to be a solid rotational piece, a nightly double-double threat who enjoys throwing his weight around.
And here's MP for 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Washington leading now by 12. Now Koulibaly. And another miss by Washington.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
MP outside. To the paint. Here's Porzingis, and he banks in the layup.
Well, you'll see teams try to bump Porzingis around. Didn't work that time.
Washington's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Poole. Nice ball movement by Washington. Brogdon outside. Shot clock at 5. Valanciunas with a screen on MP. Brogdon with it. Now defended by MP. No good with the elbow jumper.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Tatum with a screen on Brogdon. It's MP attacking, and a miss there with the chance to cut the lead to single digits. Here's Koulibaly, white covering. Down low, here's Brogdon. The shot missing. Great D that time from Tatum. MP inside, guarded by Kuzma. And here is MP. Back to Tatum. Holiday finds MP. On the wing, Holiday. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easy.
Kuzma against MP. Back to Poole. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Corey Kispert's checked in for the Wizards. And a change for the Celtics. Brown's checked in. On the wing, MP. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Tatum. Launches a 3. Valanciunas grabs the board.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Now Kuzma, guarded by Tatum. Kuzma sets a screen. Here's Koulibaly. Hands the 12-footer.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
MP left side. Down kicks to MP. And here's Tatum for 3. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game.
Major crimes starting Tuesday at 9 on ID. Welcome back to Very Scary People. John Ford was setting fires all over the state of California for the better part of a decade. But after years of evading the law, investigators finally have their elusive arsonist behind bars. Ford is diagnosed as a pyromaniac. an impulse control disorder, the irresistible urge to light fires. What is it about setting fires that is so alluring to pyromaniacs? Why would someone risk everything, career, family, freedom, in order to wreak havoc and destruction, or even kill, with just the flick of a flame?
Pyromania is a compulsion and a drive to set a fire. The best way to understand pyromania is that it's an abnormal sexual arousal pattern where setting the fire itself is sexually arousing for the individual. The power and the sense of control and dominance that the pyromaniac achieves by watching the fire consume everything is that type of activity which is so arousing. It's stimulating to be so powerful to be able to annihilate.
Now shooting 5 of 11.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
The 3 from Poole. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Over in the corner, Brown. MP with it. Oh, Tatum flies in to finish it off.
Yeah, nice lob there, and what a leap by Tatum. You just have to admire that kind of thing.
Now, here's Poole. Got a piece of it. The tray buries the long range jumper. Poole's got 38 points.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Holiday with the 3. And out.
For him, it must have been devastating because he wanted in so bad. It just seems like it was a desperation for him to go into that field.
It was my dream job. I thought I was well qualified for it. I should have applied myself harder.
He saw an ad somewhere that the Glendale Fire Department was going to be hiring.
And within 4 months, I'd been hired by the Glendale Fire Department. And about 1978, I started taking fire investigation and police courses, and we started making names for ourselves. We actually arrested more people for arson than had been arrested in Glendale the last 7 years.
His personality and sense of control and needing control was why he was really good at his job. He rose through the ranks, and then he went on to fire captain. I would often see him on the news talking about fires and talking about saving people, animals, and of course being proud that he was one of those firefighters. And I'd go to school and tell all my friends that, did you see the news last night? My dad was on there.
We have some very good leads, and some of the evidence matches up with this individual and ties him into the fires.
He did like the limelight.
Or as somebody who wanted to be authority. He definitely wanted to have a position with it. He had a tremendous need to be dominant, in control, and these are all some of the motivating characteristics that you commonly find in serial offenders.
But as his career was thriving, Don Orr wasn't all that happy at all.
One day my mom came home from shopping, and my dad had left a Dear John letter saying that he was leaving. She went out looking for him. She did actually see him driving around at that moment, and he had 2 women in his car. From what I know now, my dad was never faithful to anybody. I've known of him cheating on every person he's ever been with.
Everything that I did as far as investigating John was based on the manuscript. If all these fires are true, what did he do in his personal life? He describes how the arsonist tied up his girlfriend. Was he tying up his girlfriend? Was he doing all the same activity that he describes in the book? So I found out who one of his girlfriends was. She said he would rip her clothing off and he would tie her up to the bed. He had sex with her that way. It was basically a mock rape.
It doesn't surprise me at all that there's deviant sexual behavior in his background.
I also interviewed one of his wives, and she told me that he had actually put a pillow over her face one time. He held a gun to kill her, and then he told her, "I'm going to blow your head off."
There is nothing like holding, loving, being around a champ. Especially Tonka. I'll do anything to protect that. Try me.
Chip Crazy is streaming exclusively on Max.
The perfect morning calls for the perfect, ridiculously craveable pairing. Jimmy Dean Griddle Cake. Your family's pancakey, sausagey, griddle cakey, sweet and savory favorite.
I was born with a fire inside, but psoriasis doused my flame until I got clear skin. With Benzellix, you could say I'm back. Most people got 100% clear skin, some after the first dose. Serious side effects, including suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections, and lowered ability to fight them. Liver problems and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Start to get yourself back with Benzellix. Ask your dermatologist about Benzellix today.
Everybody better with Pepsi. Have you ever had trouble losing weight in PBU? Same.
Discover the power of Wegovy. With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
Wegovy helps you lose weight and keep it off. I'm reducing my risk. Wegovy is the only FDA-approved weight management medicine that's proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events in adults with heart disease and with either obesity or overweight. Wegovy shouldn't be used with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines. Don't take Wegovy if you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if allergic to it. Stop Wegovy and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may happen, including pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes, or if you feel your heart racing while at rest. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Call your provider right away if you have any mental changes. Common side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy,
I'm losing weight
I'm keeping it off.
and I'm lowering my CV risk. Check with Boston Coverage before talking to your healthcare professional about Wegovy.
Introducing Mando whole body deodorant. Mando's different. Tough enough to control body odor and all your tough smelling clothes. How does Mando work? Rather than covering up odor with heavy fragrances, Mando stops odor before it starts. Our formula is powered by an acidified technology, pH optimal. It works by blocking bacteria from digesting fluids on your skin like sweat anywhere on your body. Order Mando whole body deodorant today and control your body odor better every day.
For the best deals, go to shopmando.com.
Mrs. Garcia, how do you do this at all? You're a school counselor and a homeowner. A mother of two and a grad student. You're an angel. At National University, we seem to employ you. That's why we're dedicated to your professional growth through faculty mentorship and career support. So you can focus on making others move. National University, rooting to hold you. I wonder how you feel becoming more than a thing to play with. I'm gonna force them to do this. What do you say, Alan? You in?
In July of 1992, the first of John Moore's trials began. For the next 6 years, he would be in and out of court, suspected of arson and attempted arson in dozens of fires. We brought John Orr to trial in Fresno, where the fires in 1987
The ATF put together the fact that John Orr was coming from Southern California, attending the California Conference of Arson Investigators, and setting fires coming and going from the conference. And they charged him in the federal courts with these 5 fires.
During one phone call with him from jail, I remember him saying that it was a fireman that was lighting these fires and that he knew who it was, but that he couldn't say it over the phone because the phones were recorded by the jails. I just automatically thought that he would get out of these charges and everything would be fine. Orr is responsible for the arson fires of retail stores, which resulted in substantial damages.
The jury convicted him of 3 of the fires and acquitted him of 2. And the court sentenced him to 30 years in federal prison.
After the conviction, I was transported down to Los Angeles for 8 more counts of open for business retail fires in the Los Angeles County area.
The day before trial in Los Angeles, he decided to plead guilty to 3 counts.
So they agreed to a plea that he would not serve any additional time for the convictions in Los Angeles.
That was the worst thing in the world I could have ever done. The fact that I had pled guilty to 3 counts in the LA County area, that opened the door for the state prosecution to show that I had a propensity for setting fire in retail stores that were open for business.
We also charged him with a fire in the community called College Hills of Glendale. It was the largest fire in the city of Glendale's history.
They also charged him with the crime for which he would face the death penalty. Capital murder for the Always Home Center fire in South Pasadena.
You know, there's 4 people that died in this Always fire. Among them were Ada Deal and her grandson, Matthew Troido.
We charged him with 4 counts of murder.
I spent the last 5 years prosecuting exclusively arson cases, and it's sad to see one of the fire service involved or even charged with anything as serious as this.
Orr spoke on camera to Inside Edition about his deep preparation for trial.
I spend at least 8 hours a day working my case, and my attorney visits me several times a week. And it's just as busy now as I used to be. It's the biggest investigation I've ever been involved in.
Most of our focus on motive was power, from making the fire department go to where he wants them to go by setting fires. We established that he had a signature pattern of committing crimes, that a jury could look at it and say, if you did this one, probably, beyond a reasonable doubt, you did this other fire.
The prosecutor summed up his murder case by telling the jury that an unpublished fictional novel by a Glendale fire captain detailed this fire because he was the arsonist himself.
I was watching TV and they were saying that my dad wrote this book. And I had no idea that my dad had ever written a book. Why wouldn't he mention that to me? That's when I started to realize that there were parts of him that I didn't know. Once I read even the first chapter, it scared me because everything that he was describing was things that I remember from my childhood. If this book wasn't fiction, what else about what they're saying is true?
I think that he believed he could beat it. John was cocky and dismissive of the state's case. I know better than you. I know better than the state. I know better than the prosecutor.
He was definitely trying to keep up an image to the family and to me. And I kind of even think that he even knew that if he was convicted, he would need us to testify for him to not get the death penalty.
The two prosecutors say they expect to finish late tomorrow or early Wednesday. And the defense takes over with the case going to the jury late this week.
The crux of their argument was he'd already admitted all the fires he did, and he didn't do these. That was really it.
They can suspect him of every fire that's ever committed, and that's what they're doing. Typically in arson cases, they don't have much evidence, so they can suspect him of any fire that's ever been started.
There is no such thing as a slam dunk case as a prosecutor. No matter how good you think your case is, no matter how strong you think the evidence is, you never really know what 12 members of the community are going to do when they get that evidence. So it was nerve-wracking, and the jury was out for almost 3 weeks.
convicted of trying to first-degree murder?
The jury came back with a guilty verdict as to all of the homicides.
Did the jury find the defendant guilty of the crime of arson?
And convicted him of all of the College Hills houses that burned.
He was, however, acquitted of the fire on the Warner Bros. lot.
I was devastated. I realized that I would never really see him in the free world again. It was just gone in one day, in 1 minute. After the verdict came in, the penalty phase was going to start and we would be testifying.
In a death penalty case, one of the things a defendant often does is show a jury why his life was worth saving. John didn't have a lot of saving graces, but he did have Lori, his daughter.
So I just go into, I need to save my dad mode. I had to walk up to the stand, and I did spot my dad off to the side, and, you know, we made eye contact, and at that point I expected him to smile or say I love you or thank you maybe, but he just stared at me like I was a stranger. When I was on the stand, they put a picture of my son, who was 1 or 2 at the time. If they spare his life, would I still have a relationship with him, and would I let my kids have one with him? I did say yes, I absolutely would. He's my dad, love him. All the things you would expect a child to say, and all the things that I regret saying yes. There is nothing like holding, loving, being around a champ. Especially Tonka. I'll do anything to protect that. Try me.
Champ Crazy is streaming exclusively on Max.
Give me a hot pink cosmopolitan.
Give me those kitchen butters for that. What's a twist? Give me an early morning tea time and a Bloody Mary with kettle and vodka.
Give me a cocktail with kettle and vodka. You know, us creatures so that plants are pretty sweet. Nature's way took that sweetness and put it in a bottle with 0 sugar. New Alive multivitamin gummies with 0 sugar. Inspired by the power of nature. Nature's way.
We're all creatures of habit. We've always had our brand flakes with plump, juicy raisins, and we probably all frosting. Kellogg's Frosted Bran. More delicious ways to brand.
Bounce back fast from Heartland with unpenny bites and love food back.
Starbucks cold brew in a can? What else might be possible? Perhaps finding your dog twin. Too good to be true can be true. New Starbucks cold brew. Depends keeps you drier than ever, so you can say yes to more than ever. Yes. Yes. Depends. The only thing stronger than us is you.
We're having enough phones at the table.
Sorry, I need to work today.
Yeah, work over here too. Got text from Alan saying your business vehicle is now protected with progressive, just like your home and all. Why'd you text him? I thought that's what we were doing.
First you hear it, then you feel it. That's the crunchy, melt in your mouth feeling of Ritz Toasted Chips. Who did you let down today? Your wife? Your kids? Well, how about yourself? Take a look in the mirror. If you're tired of your drug and alcohol problem, you need to fix the problem, and right now, before you hurt or kill yourself, or worse yet, somebody else. Call the addiction specialist now at the Reset Addiction Treatment Helpline. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll find you the right treatment regardless of your financial situation.
When you call right now, you'll speak to a recovering addict who understands what you're going through right now. Let us help you break your addiction to drug and alcohol before it's too late. This call is completely confidential and free. So take 5 minutes of your time and call us right now. We're here answering the phone. I promise it'll change your life.
Call 800-603-2741. That's 800-603-2741. Again, 800-603-2741.
John Orr, the convicted of murder, for setting the 1984 fire at Ole's Home Center in South Pasadena that killed 4 people. Now he was facing the death penalty. Largely as a result of Lori's testimony, John got a life sentence instead of death.
I remember thinking, okay, now I won't have to watch him die, and I did enough, and I won't have to carry that guilt around forever.
I felt as justice was served. He was never going to get out of prison and will never come out and hurt anybody else.
But he's still gone for the rest of my life. I can't celebrate birthdays with him. He'll never walk me down the aisle. The list just goes on when you lose a parent. Over the years, I really just gathered as much information as I could to come to my own conclusions about my dad. My family was worried about turning me against my dad when I was believing he was innocent, so they didn't tell me these things that they knew about. One of those things was my mom, who, when she was married to my dad, he was leaving for work, and she was looking out the window, and he had put down the visor of the car, and cigarettes fell onto his lap. My dad's always been an adamant non-smoker. At first, he tried to deny it, but she kind of kept at him a little bit. Finally, he admitted that he did have cigarettes and that he was lighting small brush fires. For me, that information was like the nail in the coffin. He's guilty. It's as simple as that.
John was 5 or 6 when he set his first fire. That was documented to some friend of his that was interviewed.
They were averaging 70, 80 fires a year for the 10 years leading up to John's arrest. The year after his arrest, they had 2 fires in the area. We determined that the fires had went down in Glendale, Burbank, Pasadena by about 75%. The drop in fires tells me we arrested the right person.
After I was arrested, there was a lot of publicity focusing on the LA County area where they're citing these supposed statistics of the arson drop. One thing they didn't consider was I was arrested in December, and we had a wet, rainy season in 1992.
These people build up all kinds of defense mechanisms in their own mind. They know exactly what they did. But for them to give you the satisfaction of admitting that and telling you that almost never happened.
If we had not been able to identify John Orr and arrest him, there certainly would have been more fires.
I've got one appeal in front of the California Supreme Court to proclaim my innocence. There was insufficient information presented to the jury, and it just never was pursued by my lawyers. They were out of money in trial time, and unfortunately, they gave me a day and a half with the defense after the prosecution put on 3 weeks of prosecution.
Looking back now, my dad's manipulated me my entire life. You know, I didn't know it at the time, but he's a master manipulator, and he was doing that from day one. After I came to the conclusion that he was guilty, I wrote him a letter saying, I really think that you did these horrible things, and I need you to convince me that you didn't. Like, this is your last chance.
In my daughter Lori's final letter to me, she said that she would not communicate with me until I confessed to my crimes and admitted guilt to the arson cases. And I've always told her that I am not going to do that. I can't do that. I won't confess to something I didn't do, even at the risk of losing the connection with her, which I ultimately did.
That just wasn't enough for me. So I cut off the relationship.
It's heartbreaking to me.
I'm not at all surprised that, notwithstanding the plea from his daughter to tell the truth, that he doesn't do it. It's very, very difficult. You could go into the state prison and nobody's 100% guilty.
Some people have called John Orr the most prolific arsonist in the history of the United States.
I first was made aware of being called the most prolific serial arsonist of the 20th century after I was arrested, and it kind of devastated me to hear that.
I do not believe that John Orr was convicted of all the fires he was responsible for. He didn't even charge all the fires that I know he was responsible for. I believe he has set in excess of 2,000 fires. I think John Orr is someone who led a double life. On one hand, he was a very skilled fire investigator who was really on top of his game. And on the other hand, he led a secret life of setting fires, abnormal sexual behavior with his wives and partners.
The fact that a man who is in a career to save people from the tragedy of a fire is the one putting them in that tragedy of fire is probably the largest betrayal someone could admit.
He betrayed his family. He betrayed the fire industry, all of his coworkers, everyone that had ever been involved with him.
Valanciunas pulls it down.
Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
And you know, good things happen when you keep your head up like Kuzma did there.
1:49 left in the fourth quarter. MP outside. Screen by Porzingis. The drive by MP. No good.
Filing for writ of habeas corpus.
11 feet. Washington leading now by 13. Here's Koulibaly to the right side. Kuzma, right side.
When you think of the Phoenix Desert, you're just thinking of a waterfront. The canal system goes right through the center of Phoenix. The more people that were moving to the area, the more that the trails of water were being used for walking.
Valanciunas, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Washington.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jordan Poole.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Count it.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Pass to Brown. MP outside. And Holiday has it in the corner. Pulls in another board.
And he's just eating glass right now.
Greg, 30 rebounds in this one. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Huge moment in this group round of the NBA Cup. The record is now 1 up and 1 down.
And Kevin, I thought that